What's up, YouTube? How are you doing today? My name is Baby. I'm an artist and I love to document my process and share a lot of art tutorials and inspiration videos for you. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not, welcome back. If you're not subscribed, I hope that you will subscribe because I can assure you I have a lot of exciting things cooking up, a lot of interesting art inspiration for you. So why don't you just hit that subscribe button? Anyway, so today I have an interesting glow in the dark 3D artwork tutorial video for you. Wow, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? Um, but the tutorial is about how I was able to make this piece. And unlike most of my 3D sculptural art that are very involved, very can be a little intimidating from time to time. This is more of a fun, easy DIY inspiration video for you. I make use of packaging materials, and I'm sure a lot of us have these or get these whenever we order packages. And so this is something that I have actually been saving for some time since last year. This is March. That gives you an idea. But anyway, I guess the best way to articulate this is that I tend to see the potential of art in everyday items and a lot of things that I just have laying around my home. And so this is a very classic example of me just taking an everyday item and incorporating it into my artwork. And if you're interested to see how this whole thing came about, let's get into it. I wanted this piece to have some light, subtle texture to it, and so I painted the canvas black, but also mixed the paint with some baking soda to add that little bit of texture. Another reason why I added baking soda is because the lit pigment that I'm using has a powdery, chalky texture, and so I kind of just wanted to match that with the background as well, and baking soda will help achieve that effect. Once the background was painted, I picked up my already pre-cut foam packaging and started to layer that with plaster. I added about 3 layers of plaster, just making sure that it doesn't crack while I'm working on it, given that the foam packaging that I'm using is actually quite thin. Once the plaster is fully dry, I lightly sand down the pieces, again making sure to be careful so as not to break them. After sanding, I apply a layer of primer, which ensures that the paint does adhere well and is not absorbed by the plaster. Next, I activate the glow-in-the-dark lit pigment by mixing it with some acrylic paint since it does come in powder form. The pigment works best when mixed with white acrylic paint, or you can also mix it with resin if that's what you're working with, or oils, but it's not activated by water. I just wanted to mention that. I also don't think it works with any other color of acrylic paint, but you should probably check Culture Hustle's website for more directions on how to mix this paint, but white acrylic works best for me. I also don't use any measurements or ratios when it comes to the acrylic paint pigment mixture. I go based on how pigmented and how glowy the lip pigment actually is, and the yellow lip is super pigmented. I also just mix enough to use it once, since you cannot store the mixture for future use. I was really fascinated by how much this pigment glows in the dark, and so I just wanted to give you kind of a quick demo in complete darkness. I should also mention that I did put my mixture next to the window so that it could be recharged by sunlight. One thing to note is that this pigment can only be recharged by sunlight or UV light, nothing else. And so this is just how much it glows in the dark. So I went in and applied about 3 layers of the paint to the pieces, allowing it to fully dry. Afterward, I sprayed with a spray varnish just to ensure longevity. And I attached the pieces onto the canvas with a really strong adhesive. All of this I did off camera, which is why I'm letting you know now. And this is the final look. I think it's stunning. It's very simple, but very visually impactful. During the day, it has a different look, and at night, it transforms into something completely different. So that was the entire process. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it really inspiring and informational. As always, if you're interested, all of the links are left in the description box. My website is also linked if you're interested in shopping any of my artworks. All of the links will be left down below. As a reminder, if you're not subscribed, now will be a good time to hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so that you're always informed whenever I have a new video up, because I can assure you a lot of cool things are coming your way. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all.